Now, as we prepare to reminisce a little further, we need to recognize some people and continue our demographic studies. Would all those who participate in forensics stand? Oh, great number, okay. All right, those who were part of the various Gladstone debate teams. I hope not many of us lost our voice like Mid did that day. Journalism or yearbook, would you please stand? Thank you. Now we go forward from the time of Depression to the time when war was looming. We move forward to the decade of 1940 to 1949. We're fortunate to have with us today a representative of the class of 1940, Naomi Staple Hout, known to us as the beloved Knee-High. Knee-High.
Fotsy to the end. Before starting, I would really like to thank the great class of 1940 for graciously continuing to accept me in the class as a member of the class after all of these years. Decade 6, we entered the atomic era, 1940-1950. The Great Depression still had America in its grips at the beginning of the 1940s. In April of 1940, the community held a dinner in the honor of Elvin R. Cappy Kyle, who had just completed his 16th year as Gladstone all-purpose coach. The attendants of the dinner at the time thought that Coach Kyle was retiring, but he went on for another 9 years before retiring from football. Even then, he still coached basketball, JV football, golf, track, and whatever else he was called to do. On December the 7th, 1941, Pearl Harbor was attacked by the Japanese Empire, pulling us into World War II. One event that will always stay with me is the morning of December the 8th, 1941, when we went into the assembly room to listen to the President give the Declaration of War speech. All of our plans and lives made a drastic change. And that was said by Frank Schnase of 1945. By the end of the war, Gladstone would have sent over 800 young men into the services. Civil defense programs were set up, and the rationing of sugar, meat, flour, butter, canned foods, nylons, mayonnaise, soap powder, tires, and gasoline began. Coupon books were given out to each family according to size. Salvage for Victory programs were enacted to collect rubber and scrap metal. A patriotic effort during this time was to buy war bonds and stamps. In 1941, gas was 20 cents a gallon, and you pumped your own. Coke was 5 cents a bottle. Prom tickets were $2, I remember that, and postage stamps were 3 cents. Norman McIntyre, a former GHS athlete, was signed on by the Milwaukee Brewers. Al Kircher, a GHS student, was made assistant coach at Michigan State University. In 1945, 2 nuclear bombs were dropped on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, ending World War II and beginning the atomic era. In 1946, the Gladstone Lions Clubs donated a new electric scoreboard to the GHS football team. The football team then proceeded to beat Escanaba for the first time in 17 years. and end the season with the only undefeated record, 7-0, in the Upper Peninsula. After 25 years, Cappy Kyle retired his head football coach position to newcomer Don Pfotenhauer. Coach Pfotenhauer was a graduate of Escanaba and the University of Wisconsin. Northwestern can still beat them. Cappy Kyle still remained athletic director. The Braves basketball team during the 1949-50 season won the Great Lakes Conference, the Class C UP title, and then continued to the semifinals and the state finals.
Fortunately, that last sign had a happy ending. Okay, now to continue our study, let's see how many out here married their high school sweetheart. Would you please stand? Oh, we've got a number of them. Okay.